Hi, my name is Lauren Woolen, and today I'm going to be discussing how to use Cuisenaire rods in your classroom. Cuisenaire rods, or relationship rods, are rods of different lengths and colors used to teach different mathematical concepts. When using Cuisenaire rods in your classroom, it's a good idea to let the students, especially in the younger grades, play around for a few moments just to get that out of their system. You can walk around, see what different structures they're building, and just let them do their own thing for a few minutes. Then bring them back together before you begin your lesson. Now, before you start any lesson with Cuisenaire rods, it's important to have them order their rods from smallest to largest or largest to smallest. They can take the white rod, which equals 1 unit. Next is the red rod that equals 2 units. Then the green rod, which equals 3 units. Then the purple rod, which equals 4 units. Then the yellow rod, which equals 5 units. Then the dark green rod, which equals 6 units. The black rod, which equals 7 units. The brown rod, which equals 8 units. The blue rod, which equals 9 units. And the orange rod, which equals 10 units. Now for a kindergarten, this would be a good thing to use to teach them ordering and smallest to largest and all sorts of things like that. Now for different grades, for higher up grades, you can use the Cuisenaire rods to teach addition. For example, you can take a yellow rod, which we know equals 5 from our staircase, and you can take a red rod, which we know equals 2 from our staircase. I'll move this over a little bit just to make it easier to see. And what you need to do to teach addition is put them end to end, and then find a rod out of our little staircase that will equal the size of the yellow rod plus the red rod. And you can see that this the black rod, which we know equals 7, will equal 5 plus 2. Now you can also use the Cuisenaire rods for multiplication. For example, we take the problem of 3 times 4, and we know our green rod equals 3 units, so we take 4 green rods, excuse me, and we see which rods are going to equal the length of these 4 rods put together. So we can take our orange rod, which is our largest, and it equals 10, and we find that the red rod, which equals 2, will equal the length of these rods put together. So there we have 3 times 4 equals 12. And also, you can see which different color combinations you can take to equal rods. Say you have an orange rod, you can take a green rod and a red rod and two white rods and another red rod and one more white rod, and it will equal the length of the orange rod. So your students can play around with that and see what different combinations they can get. And also for fractions, you can teach equivalent fractions. That's just one of the concepts. But you can take 4/8 and take 8 and 4 of the white blocks and see which rods will equal the length of your rod. Other rods will equal the length of your starting rod. So you can take 2 purple rods, which will equal the length of your bottom rod, which will be the denominator, and you can take 2 red rods, which will equal the length of your white rods, and you can see that 4/8 is equal to 2/4. And those are just some of the concepts you can use using Cuisenaire rods.